I was recently building a table for my wife, kind of for Christmas, and I needed to make sure that I had it done in time. And I needed to make sure I went out and I got all the wood and I got all the hardware and all the pieces and everything that I needed to actually put in the work to get it done. So finally, when I've got all these bits and parts and pieces gathered down in the shop, the day finally comes. I've got this whole day blocked out, and I know I can get to the point where I can do the glue up so that on the next day, I can finish the other parts and pieces that I need to get the finishing done at the right time before, and this is key, the weather got even colder and it started to freeze, and then I couldn't do some of the things that I needed to do outside. Day rolls around, wake up in the morning, I've got the whole day blocked out. I'm thinking, I got a little bit of time. I'll grab a little bit of breakfast, maybe watch one more episode of Survivor, if I need to. And sure enough, I wait a little bit too long, and I don't get to the point where overnight I can let the glue dry, and I fall further and further and further behind, and I gotta wait for the next pocket of weather. And there's so many times in everyone's life, and my own for sure, that we fall into these things of not wanting to move towards that state of action, right? It's always easier to just kind of keep doing what you're doing. Whatever you're used to, it's easier to do that. And I think that's why New Year's resolutions are such a universal thing. It's this big moment where the year shifts, and everyone knows that that's a part of them, right? Even specifically Jesus and the Bible calls this out in us so much, this idea of moving towards something, moving away from just being static. At camp, we often call it conventional slumber, and moving away from that conventional slumber and into some action, something to get you where you need to be. There's so many examples of this throughout the Bible, many of them in great battles and conquests, and David and Goliath, and Joshua, Battle of Jericho, David's mighty men, just on a whim of something that David says. They go out and they take this action, and they're revered for it. But there's many examples in the Bible, many more even, of smaller moments, of people moving away from comfort and into action, into right action. When the woman washes Jesus' feet with the expensive perfume in her hair. When another woman comes towards Jesus and she needs healing, and so she leaves the comfort, leaves the safety of her own home, and just goes out and just knows, if I could just be near him, if I can just touch him, I could be healed. We're called into these moments of action, these things to push us out of that conventional slumber, what we've just continue on doing, to get to the point where you have enough time to let the glue dry so you can move on to that next piece, right? Because there's so many times that you think of this next year as so daunting. There's so much to do, maybe the whole table is such a big project. It's easier to think about it as one piece and just, okay, what do I need to get done right now? So New Year's Day, if that's the day that works for you, fantastic. Move towards your resolution, move towards your right action, whatever you're being called for, to do it then, great. If it's December 29th, great. If it's January 7th, whatever it is, just make sure that when you feel that pull towards that right action, when you know it's that thing, okay, it's time for me to move out of where I am now, because this isn't serving me very well. I need to move into that next thing. Listen to that and move towards that right action. Be well.